Hi, this is Bob Collects Stamps. I'm Bob, trying not to make a lot of noise in my microphone. A little while ago, I got a comment, question, request from Bob, not me, some other Bob, about selvage on stamps and how it can affect the value of stamps, and should you take it off, should you keep it, what should you do with it? A lot of stamps come with selvage. Right here, there is a pair of Old Faithful stamps with a bit of selvage on it. The answer is it depends. Oh, you don't like that answer. You never like that answer. Nobody ever likes that answer. I don't like that answer, but it does depend. Depends a little on your collecting interests, a little on your storage interests. If it were me, and in this case it is, I would go for keeping it. But that's me. I prefer to keep it because it tells me a little bit of information. There are two reasons, actually. It tells me a little bit. There are two reasons. It tells me a little bit of information. This stamp has some selvage on the top. Very nice stamp. What the selvage tells me on this stamp is that it is from the top row of the sheet. So if you have a sheet of stamps, this would be from the image top. Might not be from the printing top, but it's from the image top row of stamps. Might be useful information for some stamp collectors, might not. You do what you need to do. If it's your only stamp and you really got to put it into an album and you've got to fit it into that little rectangle, remove it. Up to you. For me, I don't have to do that because I use stock books, so I keep it. It's also can be interesting, but there's another reason to keep it, and that's if you're not perfect in removing it, you could damage your stamps. You could damage the perforation stubs. You could do some damage. I would prefer to have it on simply because that means I didn't do the damage. Somebody down the line can do the damage if they want. Other reasons to keep it on if it has something on it of interest. For instance, I have here a national park pear. There are two national park pears here. Old Faithful, Yellowstone, National Park. They 8-cent stamps, US. And this one has a plate number on it. It's only a pear, it's not a plate block, but it has a plate. Probably, if I line these up correctly, they would be a plate block and it's fallen apart somehow. And I will do that at some point because that just makes sense to have them as a set, even if they're not attached anymore. No particular reason, it just is interesting. But this pear has some selvage and along the top there, and it doesn't have anything on it. So you can do whatever you want. You can have it as a pear, you can tear it apart as singles. You might damage the perforations, but that's up between you and your collection. This selvage here does not have the number. It's the thin selvage at this edge, not the big thick selvage here that has those plate numbers on it. So why keep that? Aesthetics. It's also been folded over a couple of times. Why keep it? You could easily rip it off. my aesthetics. Your aesthetics may be different. Right? It's your collection. You do what you want, right? Your rules. Nobody else's rules. But I would keep them for that. I would keep it. Tells me it's in the corner rather than on the edge. Does some other things. Same with this plate block. This is a whole plate block. It's got plate number here on this thin section of selvage. Nothing here on the fat section, but it helps me know that it's a corner and that it is a plate block. Helps me look at least, oh yeah, there are numbers there. There's another one here, these Christmas stamps. Partridge in a pear tree. This is a nice big block. The plate numbers are all along this lower selvage, even these that are about to fall off. And this one that doesn't have any stamps on it. And this one's about to fall off. These two are the only ones that are really fully attached. I'm not going to separate the stamps. I'm going to keep the selvage as best I can. I will keep this little tag with it if it falls off. Hopefully it won't before I can get it into a protective sleeve. I do that just for, I don't know why I do it, but I don't like to see things, I don't like to keep things without, excuse me, start again on that one. I like to keep things in the way I get them and pass them on to the next person. Now the next person may go whoop and tear everything apart. That's their collection. They can do what they want. I want to pass it on them so they have that choice. Another reason to keep selvage is when you have pretty selvage. Some countries, some prints, some runs of stamps have selvage with artwork on them. So if you want the prints without artwork on them, or you want to keep the selvage if possible. They're often sold that way. They're worth a little more money, maybe a penny, I don't know. Depends on the issue. These are Polish stamps. Poland did it a lot. A lot of the Eastern Bloc countries did. Some still do. We do it occasionally. The U.S. does it occasionally. Other countries do as well. But that's that. So that's my take on self. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, don't follow anybody else's rules. Yeah, don't follow anybody else's rules, except be good to yourself, be good to your stamps, and have fun. Thanks for watching. Bob Collects Stamps, and me, Bob.